Oh, oh my God, I can't believe it. I can't believe it. I might be dying soon. This is not a lie. This is a real video. I make videos about things that deeply touch me. And this is a video that I'm deeply worried about. Deeply worried about. And it's been going over for the last few months now. I started training, you need to know about this. I started training 6 months ago, but every day, and not every single day consistently, but I've been training a lot. And within the last week, every time I go and push heavy weights, like 20, 30 kg, all of a sudden I get very, very out of breath, and I feel lightheaded as if I'm going to pass out. It happened this morning. I went to the bathroom just to go to the bathroom, and I felt so lightheaded I had to go down because my blood didn't feel like my blood was circulating properly. Maybe it's a problem that I'm getting so skinny and I use so much energy. I don't know what it is. And every day I used to eat breakfast, but because of my schedule, and I'm not making any excuses, because of schedule and school and that, I usually follow with the schedule and go immediately to school, and I don't really get a chance to eat breakfast. By the time I come back, my body's already in a state where it doesn't need to have energy. I don't feel that hungry. But really what it's doing is it's eating itself alive. My body is eating itself alive. And I get thinner and thinner. Look at this. I barely have an ounce, a tiny bit, but I barely have any fat on me at all. Because my body is eating itself. And the problem is I don't feel hungry. So when I come back after school, I don't feel hungry. I feel fine. I don't feel hungry. Meanwhile, I'm getting thinner and thinner and thinner. I looked at myself it wasn't the mirror, it was just the reflection on the door, with kind of like a sliding door like this, in the sun. And I thought, yes, this guy, looks so skinny. Now on the camera, it doesn't give the proportions properly. I might be able to flex and show that I have bigger biceps. But in person, I'm actually really small. And I only weigh maybe 69, 70 kg. For myself, I'm only 17 now. So I'm really getting very worried about not just my weight, not just my strength levels, but is my body eating itself alive? And I'm making this because it's a deep concern that I might die soon. If I don't figure out how to eat more, something bad could happen. I don't want anything bad to happen. And the problem is, every time I get lightheaded, surely that's causing miniature brain issues, because it's not enough oxygen to the brain. What if I have an issue in the night where I can't breathe? I have a deviated septum. Can you see it's not perfectly straight? And whenever I eat flour, it's very inflammatory for me. I remember when I was in school, I used to have salmon bagels every single day for school. I've said it many times. Salmon bagels with a bit of cream cheese and pickles, if you can just imagine. Oh, the smell. But then when I came back home and I went to sleep, I couldn't even fall asleep because I was just sniffing the whole day, because my nasal cavity had reduced in size because everything was just so inflamed with my deviated septum. So what if that happens and I stop breathing for 1 little second at night? That could cause damage to me and I might die. I might die. And I don't want to die. I wrote a note because when I was getting so skinny, even I still am, that it felt like my body was eating its own nerves, not just its fat, eating my own nerves. And I wrote a note just because I thought maybe I was going to pass away that night. And the note read something like, "Dear mom and dad and all my parents, all my family and everything, all my family, I have dealt with some difficulty with this numb feeling in my arms, and I'm adding in now, I fear that my body is eating itself alive. I don't feel hungry anymore, and I don't feel like I need to eat, although I notice myself getting thinner and thinner and thinner, withering away. Tonight might be my last night. But if it is, which I hope it isn't, then please share the message that I thank everyone who was part of my life, and especially the people who listened to me and gave me the time of day, even though I was so much younger than them." That was the note. And the last part, how I ended it, was of just thanking everyone who was listening to me or had listened to me throughout my life. Sorry. I'll be dying. I said, if I don't die, and I do remain alive, and I'm blessed with another day, then I'm going to, and I wrote all these things, build an e-commerce store. Now it might sound silly to you guys, but I wrote there, if I am alive, I'm going to build a following on YouTube and entertain people and make them laugh. I'm going to build my e-commerce sites. I'm going to earn money online and all these things, and I'm going to be very strong. And ever since that day, that is explaining why this YouTube channel grows so much, and why you seem to love these videos, and why I'm getting stronger and all that. Because secretly in the back of my mind, I feel that my body's eating itself alive, that I might be dying soon, and that I better make the most of my time now. Because what if something happens? What if my body does eat itself alive, and before I die, my body eats its entire nervous system? Then I'm paralyzed. I can't move my arms. I need my arms to touch, feel, turn on the camera, speak to you, and that's my greatest fear in life. But if only one person watches this video, maybe it's you, and you understand that not just the fact that, not just the fragility of life, and not just the fact that life keeps on going, or that every day is monotonous, but that to some people life has a serious value, and that for you guys, you can also assign a new value to life through perhaps my lens or my experience, to say that I might nearly be dying. And if this is the last video on my channel, which I really hope it isn't, that would just be terrible. I pray that I live a long life, that I live till 90, 100, 120, 150, 200 years. I want to be the immortal so that I can entertain people. It's my favorite thing to do, to laugh and joke. But I also fear that maybe my time has not yet come, but might come. And I don't want to make any lies, and I don't want to make up any stories. This is real stuff. Yesterday when I was gymming, I made this video on another channel, just because for some reason my videos are blocked, and I was telling people about how my YouTube channel, I believe, is permanently banned for some reason. And I was pushing it up and up and up and up. And that was kind of like a breath of fresh air, that I felt that youthful energy for once that I hadn't felt in a long time, feeling strong, not just feeling small and not just feeling weak. And I want to tell you another beautiful thing. For many years now, I've just been in, and I don't really want to say I was depressed, but I was definitely in a bit of a Debbie Downer mood, and with my head on the floor, I don't have any money, woe is me, and life is terrible, blah, 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 there's no purpose in life. I really was going down that, they call it nihilism, where people believe there's no more purpose in life. So I was really heading down that road. And ever since I started making videos, and from the date that I started, it's only been a short while, it hasn't been very long. But it was the first time, especially making the one video, which was, I used to make videos about how you can sell on Takealot and run e-commerce sites and stuff in my country. And with that particular video, there was one I made where I added in sound effects. So I put a photo of my face and I went, or I said, the next thing I'm going to show you is how to add products. And then I added the sound effect, woo! And you can even see I'm smiling, because that was the first time in a very, very long time that I not only enjoyed what I was doing, but I actually laughed and I actually smiled. And making videos to entertain you and share insights. I'm looking at the camera right now because it means a lot. Every single person who watches the video, including you, thank you. Because it gives me a new lease on life. It gives me hope that there could be another day. And that if there is, we make the most of it. No need to stretch it out. I might nearly be dying, but I also might nearly be living. And I choose the latter. Okay.